today we've got an amazing product. It's actually not out yet. It's in R&D. We'll talk about that. And it's the HyperStart. What is the HyperStart? Well, it's a jump starter that doesn't have a battery. So how does that work? Well, we'll go through with one of the leading engineers here. Here we have Frank, the leading engineer and designer for Durst, and he's going to talk a bit about the HyperStart. Now, with this particular product, Frank, I'm just in awe of what you've done here. Talk a bit about what it is.
Well, traditionally, we all know our typical styles of jump starters, and most people are familiar with our 4000 and 2000 range. Very good industrial units, but we have lead acid batteries inside. So, and lithium is sort of the way to go, and lithium is a great thing, but we've actually taken it one step further, where we've got super caps. And it's quick and it's easy to operate. It can sit for a long amount of time, but most importantly, it's very, very safe to use. Yeah. So, typical battery, lead acid, or even lithium, there's always a chance of gassing, explosion, fire. Yeah. It's just a thing that we sort of have to live with.
That's right.
But
once you store these things, they become potentially a fire hazard if they're not looked after.
That's correct, right? So, and charging, especially lead acid batteries, does produce gassing. That's just the nature of the beast, unfortunately. But with this thing, there is none of that. And in fact, this at fully charged, you can run over it with a truck and fully crush it.
It's such a solid unit.
And there's nothing there, and it's very light. The whole thing is it only comes in at about 7 kilos.
That's incredible.
Mind you, and the power is about 700 amps. And what we get is a super, super powerful, very lightweight, safe to use product that can be charged in a matter of minutes.
How does it charge a car?
Well, okay, so you've got your car, and typically a car engine won't start when it's under 10 volts. So what we simply do is you take your vehicle and you plug in, obviously, you connect your clamps to the positive and negative of the battery. A flat battery, as long as it's not dead flat, anything over 5 volts is sufficient to charge this thing. Once you put the clamps on, you switch the switch into energize mode. This red light will come on, and it will energize the pack, right? When the pack is energized, the green light will switch on, telling you basically it's ready to boost and start.
Wow.
So, depending on how full this is, it can take as little as a few minutes to maybe 10 or 15 minutes, right?
Wow.
And just depending on the level of charging here.
So you're using essentially the battery, what's left of that battery to charge the caps.
Absolutely.
Then to bang, hit it back and charge it.
Exactly. So once the green light comes on, you switch to 12 volt mode, leave the cables where they are, turn the key, and start your vehicle. It's quite simple. And as soon as the vehicle starts, the alternator will start running, and the voltage drop that was incurred during the start will be instantly put back into the HyperStart.
No, so you're telling me
ready to go.
It's a full cycle.
It's a full cycle.
Then, as the car's running, it'll charge this back up again.
Exactly. So it tops it, back up again, and it's ready to go.
Super light too.
It is super light. It's about 7 kilos. Mind you, 700 amps of
700 cranking.
Yes.
That will turn over a big stationary four-wheel drive.
Yes, it will.
Diesel?
Yes, even a diesel.
There you go.
Even a diesel. It won't do a big truck,
no.
But it certainly will do all the medium to large size vehicles without a problem. This is a 12 volt version. We're coming out with a 24 volt, and we'll have larger versions. So this is the baby version.
Wow.
So
farm equipment mining will also have adaptations for this.
Absolutely. So we'll have a product in this case.
Yeah.
Basically, that's the 4000.
Wow.
So which has got typical lead acid batteries, and that's got like
18 kilograms.
Yeah, it's quite a heavy.
So with the caps, it'll be a lot lighter, won't it?
So with the caps, it'll be about 10 kilos.
That's incredible.
Right, and it'll have about 2,000 cranking amps. So that'll get all those big loaders up and running.
Farm equipment,
tractors,
or
anything.
Boating.
Yes, we can also do custom. So if you have a custom, especially with aviation, if there's a custom requirement for a custom voltage, typically 36 volts or so, we can certainly accommodate that sort of custom environment.
Incredible. But coming soon, we have various models. This is a 12 volt version. They'll come in 24, and they'll come in various sizes as well. Wow.
So that way, from the baby version, mind you, all industrial products. So we don't build toys here. We build real machines.
Yeah.
So we have the small baby version, and it'll actually go up 3 sizes, and jump starting capabilities of over 2,000 amps.
So you see, these won't replace the industry, but there's definitely a place for these.
No, they won't. It's not a replacement unit. So it's a product design where basically what we want to do is put it in a place where it's going to be safe. and it's going to be quick and easy to use. So if you're using a jump starter, maybe not so often, and you find your batteries are running flat, or you never have enough charge in your pack and you've forgotten to charge it, this is the sort of unit which is really good, because even if it's dead flat, you don't have to wait hours and hours to charge it. In 15 minutes, you're ready to go. It's ready to run, Andrew.
Incredible.
So that's the sort of some of the advantages there.
Well, honestly, this is another first for Durst. This is an incredible new area, a new domain that they're getting into. It's just, again, the cutting edge stuff. So thank you so much for joining us here. Another Durst product review. This is a future product coming, and until next time, we'll see you in the next video.